Well, I'm over here at Southern Hydraulic now, and we got to starting to get some of the lines bent. We ain't really done much yet, but I got one up there on the cylinder. I mean, on my motor, that's about it. But we ain't got much yet. But we're here, getting ready. I got my pressure. No, I got my pressure. Just going down, coming out there, going back there. Later on, I'm gonna bend a little 45 here and straighten this up. Won't be so crooked. Or either I'm gonna 45 it out. Then it's gotta have a fitting right here to screw into a little thing here. Be a GIC number 6 fitting right here. This line will screw into. And I have another line running down over here too. Come out over here, come down, and this is gonna go somewhere here right beside it again. With another number 6 GIC, it'll run back to the back. This line here will come out here with another fitting, hard line, and go to a hose, go into here, and this return will go in this fitting right up under here. So I'm trying to get the return hooked up now, and then all I have left to do is a right and left. I gotta figure out what that one is. Let me see what that one is. Oh, these two. These are my right and left. These two ports, right and left. Well, that one and that one. And these two is for my lift in the back. Now this is pretty amazing tubing. This tubing here is copper alloy. It holds up 3,000 psi, and it's called Easy Bend. This is 3/8, and it works real well with your regular tubing cutter, your tubing bender. You see how you bent that 90? It didn't even cramp at all. I mean, it made it narrow a little bit. That's about it. Now 2 washers for my muffler. I bored the inside right, and I got the outside right. So you just gotta cut these washers out. I gotta stop it so I can grease it. Alright, I get all my parts made for my muffler. This will be my centerpiece. This piece here will be welded in there, stop. There'll be a point. This washer here, this washer right here will go on the end. That'll be welded on there. That'll make the air come through here, and it can't go around, so it's got to go up here, come out these holes. Then you're gonna have this butt plug in here with this hemmed in between it like that. That welded to that. Then this washer on the other side be welded to another pipe like this. So the wind will come in here, come out, go through these holes, then go back through these holes and come out here. That's the plan. It will come in this size, come in and go up, go over it and shoot down, then come back out this pipe. That's my plan. I got to drill a bunch of series of holes in this pipe all the way around, all the way around, all the way around, all the way around. Then we're going to wrap fiberglass around. Not too much. I'm going to wrap it just enough to call it a glass pack. That's all I'm going to do. Oh, here it is. Time me get out of here. What's this, Tuesday night? Yeah. Time me go home. I ain't doing no more. Getting out of here. Clean up, go home. Well, I got all my pipes cut for my muffler. These 2 for each one. And I got my little divider in the middle here. And what I did here, this pipe here will fit under that, and that keeps it centered, so I weld it. I got to knock it on it straight. This piece right here is separate from this. It's a 5/8 hole with a little nipple on it that presses in there. Well, it ain't quite pressed, but there we go. It's on there straight. Then that allows that to fit on that and keep that centered. And what keeps this center on there is a washer going in the middle, if I can find it. And I made another washer with a 5/8 hole. It's already pushed in here real tight. So that goes over that. That centers that up. Then that goes over that. That centers that up. So it'll be look just like that. It's not quite on there straight, but it's on its way. I just got to knock that on there straight. And the center of this fits. This piece right here fits dead center here. I'm going to drill 4 holes in it, so when that finds the center of it, I'm going to weld the holes up, and that'll weld that piece in there, keep from slipping. Then these washers right here, like I say, go on the end, and they fit inside of there. When that slides down on it, that seals that chamber off, that part. But anyway, let me get busy on welding this thing together. Plus I'm gonna wrap it with some glass, so I can call it a glass pack. Well, I drilled me 4 holes in there, so when I push this in, this will line up. Then I can weld them holes up, and I can weld that at the same time, keep that from rattling. So let me get the other. I got to drill 4 holes in this piece, 4 holes in this one, 4 holes in another one, 4 holes in another one. I'm back at ABS shop. I need to get one thing clear to a person. You know, when I said boss man work on his trailer, apparently either I forgot to say ex-boss man or you didn't hear me. But the reason why I was upset is because I took too long to do that. And that was my ex-boss man. Used to be one of the owners here. He sold out to my other boss man. Now, boss man A owns it. Boss man B is no longer here. But he comes up and wants me to do work for him, fabricating, because he knows I can weld and build stuff. So, I want to get that clear. Had nothing to do with ABS, that trailer, where I work at. It had to do with an ex-boss man. Now, I have a lot of respect for my company, and I appreciate what they do, and I don't want to do nothing that will mess them up or degrade them. Well, here's my 2 lines. I got my pressure on my return coming back. I'm going to put a bolt in there with a little clamp, a C-clamp, go over that, so hold that rubber clamp, hold it right there. And these have JIC number 6 fittings on it. We'll screw into this piece here, and come out the other side. It'll have a number JIC fitting again. That this rubber hose will go into here, but on the other side, but not that long, but you know, shorten it up. Well, this is what I'm going to do on the getting my lines through my articulator bearing. I took this, I screwed that in too big. I drilled the hole out, but it's too big. So I drilled it out 5/8, and that pressed in there pretty tight. I didn't have no more of these. All I got is 2 of these. I had 3 of them, but I was going to use 2 of them, and I'm going to use these water pipes at the end. I'm going to braze this on there and braze it on there. And this will go through here like that. And now my hydraulic line will go to here. Of course, I'll put a little bow in it and I put it on there. Then I have this fitting right here screwed into there, screwed into that fitting, hooked into that other line there. So that's the plans. I'm putting 2 of them in. I got both of them made. I'm going to go silver saw them. Then after I silver saw, I'm going to try to weld it right there. Weld that nut to that. Then I'm going to weld this piece here to my bearing. Where I'm going to put them at, where I'm going to weld them. I don't know where I'm going to put them at exactly. Could be up there, could be there, you know, I don't know. Be somewhere. Now here's my little nipple pipes, you want to call them. They've been brazed, and I cleaned out the little braze right there and cleaned that out so I can weld this. Let me see, wait a minute. That spot. Yeah, that one I believe is. One of them I cleaned out. Oh, that side and that side I cleaned out. In the same way here, I cleaned out that and that so I can weld it. So we're going to try to weld it in there. Finally, got these 2 lines completed. I had this line on first, and I went to put this on, I couldn't get it on there. Just because the way the situation is up here. All this collaboration. I had to put this 90 in here because there's no way you could feed all that in there from down the bottom, so I had to piece it in there. 2 pieces here, and the same way here. There's no way you can feed this big curve from the bottom. Now if a gearbox in there, you could feed it in there. But I want to be able to get these lines in and out with this gearbox in there. So, and I want to be able to get this gearbox out with these lines in there. But most likely, I'm going to have to move this one line, this little short little hose right here. Goes to here to, well, you can't see it, but it goes to down the bottom of this cylinder down here. That's the return line, the tank. I'll have to move it. But I got a line down there that possibly is rubbing. I'm going to have to fix that. Maybe we'll cut a little bit on that. I don't know if you can see it. Cut a little bit on that frame, right? That it's so dark. Put my hand there, it gets in the way. Cut a little bit of that frame where that line is right there. And that'll stop that from rubbing. I bent the little line out of the way. This one here. I bent it out of the way, it's not rubbing. But I'll make me some clamps come across here and to clamp this line. I don't know if y'all can see. Then I'll make another clamp across here to clamp the line and keep that tight. So that's my pressure and that's my return. So all I gotta do now is come out with 2 more lines from my gear motor up here. Not gear motor, but the motor. This steering motor up here. Just got to bend them lines and go down there and take the other one and go down there. Well, I finally got all the lines in there. There's a little collaboration going on there, but we got it in there. And this is the 2 I just ran down. See, I made them stagger because I got to get one hydraulic hose on there. Then I get my other one on there. So we're going to put our hydraulic hose on there, crank this thing up and see if it'll steer. Set it on the ground, see if it'll steer. I don't know. We'll find out. I had to wind up taking my cylinder off to get these fittings on. Those ones I couldn't get. They must put a Loctite on. But it goes this way. So if I'm correct, this bottom line should be the right hand. But according to John Deere, it'd be the left hand. But I believe it's going to be the right hand on mine because, yeah, we'll be ready to fire it up and try it out. Well, this is my last hose to put on, got hooked to here, which it goes all the way over. I got to cut it off. So let me stick it on, get the measurement. We have our last hose ready to crank this thing up. And I'll set this thing on the floor here with the forklift and see what it'll do with the steering. I bought this hose at Harbor Freight, which you see is a 3/8 hose. It's 225 pound PSI pressure, but made in, never mind that. I can't help it. I'd rather have made in America, but this was cheaper, so cheap enough where I go buy another. I used some other tractor and I had it on there for 2 or 3 years and I had no problem with it. So we're just gonna cut it off with this bandsaw, and I'm gonna show you how you put these ends on right here. These do-it-yourself ends. You can buy these ends at Harbor Freight, or you can buy them at Tractor Supply. But Tractor Supply is pretty expensive for these ends. But you can get them at Harbor Freight. It's 3/8 line fitting with a number 6 JIC is what I'm using. So let me cut it off. Once you get it cut off, you take it over to the belt center, whatever, and taper this end down just a little bit, just the end of it, so this thing can screw on there good. Let me go taper it right quick. All right, I put my nice little chamfer on the end of it. The first procedure, you want to clamp it this way in the vise. Don't squeeze so hard until you clamp the pipe. Now we got to take this sleeve off of here. This is right-handed threads. This part I'm taking out now. But this piece in here is left-handed threads. So this has got to go on just like you're taking the lug off. Go left-handed. We'll try to do this with one hand. I don't know if I can or not. Well, I might just stop the camera. I don't know. But anyway, you don't want to tighten these up so tight until the hose, it squeezes in the hose down and clamps it off. I'll show you in a minute. Let me get to that point. I don't know if you see inside of the hose. See the black rubber in there? Well, you want the black rubber just come up to them threads and almost come up to it and then stop. I mean, I'm about 1/4 inch too. I can go a little further. But you don't want to get it so tight until it claps the end on it. Until you can't get your, you can't get this piece in there. That looks pretty good. Then you want to grease it up. I use 90 weight oil here. I just stick it in there and just, so you got plenty of oil on. Now this here is a right-handed thread. Just screw it into it, stop. But you need to take it out of the vise now. You got to take it out of the vise, put it back in the vise. Sorry you can't see, but hang on. So you put it back in the vise. Now, you can screw this bad boy in all the way down till it stops. Anyway, you get the picture. There we go. When you screw this thing in, it should go in there real easy for a while. Then about halfway, it should start getting tight. Even with a big crest wrench, it should get tight. And it get tighter and tighter and tighter until you finally, till it bottoms out. You don't go no further. So all you're doing is screwing this thing in. This part right here. That tape, put grease on it, goes in the hole, and you're just screwing it in there. That's all you're doing. Just like that. That's it. That's how you put these hydraulic lines on. Harbor Freight, and these things been out for many years. These fittings here. Many years. There's one thing on these lines you don't want to forget. Go take the air hose, blow through that, and blow through the end. Make sure you get all the debris out of it. You don't want that stuff going in your system. A little bit of persuasion. They ain't touching nowhere. They're out of the way. Might put a little rubber hose on the line, certain places keep from rubbing, but that's going to be fine. Well, I got it sitting down. We're going to try it now. I got a chain hook to the forklift to the tractor in case it was to come out of gear and go forward, run in that wall. Then I got the forklift behind it in case it tries to go backwards. So I'm going to get up on it and see what happens. You just don't know how happy I am. I am got so much joy inside me right now I can scream. I can run down the street butt naked. Well, not butt naked, but run. But the problem I'll go wouldn't turn as sharp as it would because I keep pulling on this chain. I kept trying to pull the forklift, and I got these tires blocked off, and I got the brake on this one. So, well, I don't have the brake, no. But it had the boards, catching the boards, and plus it was pulling the forklift when it was trying to twist. It was pulling the forklift. It was trying to drag the forklift around and twist. But I'm happy. I'm ready to ride now, brother. Ready to ride. I'm over in the daylight where you can see it better. I got to remove that. Don't worry about that piece there. That's got to be removed. I had to stop the camera because it started rolling backward when I tried to crank it. These buttons on the front. I got nothing to hold on, so I got some tape on the stick. See if it roll back. See if it try to go backwards now. Warm up a little bit. Let it warm up some. I just want to let y'all know that my computer is messed up, and I'm supposed to be getting another computer. My son built me another one, but I hadn't been able to come back y'all comments or nothing. And so if this video gets out, it's because I spent hours trying to get my computer to let me do this. So y'all just bear with me. Get some. Look at some of these junk. I'll give you a close-up look. I think the exhaust sounds pretty good on it. See my muffler I made there? I gotta finish grinding that down, make it a little better. Of course, you won't be able to see all of it. Depending on you'll be able to see it anyway. Here's mother muffler. It's a lot quieter than what it was. Let me take it to the shop now and start working on it.